So welcome to India and thank you for joining with PGI. You delivered a talk here with the group of journalists. Of course, India feels like home for you because you studied here and you mentioned that the formative years of your life were mentioned here. So if you could just recall, how do you feel coming back to India?
No, India, personally, I already told you, I spent my 12 years of my formative years in Delhi and Chandigarh. So I got my all the higher education from here. So I feel very homely whenever I come here and meet my old friends. That's my personal part, and we should think of state relations. Nepal and India are the closest neighbors. Historically, politically, culturally, socially, we are so close, but still, because some misunderstanding or wrong policies followed by both the governments, our relation have been strained for some time. So I wish these strained relations should be resolved and a very friendly, cordial relation maintained so that both the countries can prosper together. Nepal is always ready to be a good friend and partner of India. So,
Did you meet here in New Delhi, sir?
so I didn't have much time, but I met Defense Minister Sri Rajnarayan Singh ji and some of the leaders of BJP, the Indian National Congress, Socialist Party members, and some of the diplomats and former ambassadors. With them, I had a good exchange of news.
But we're also meeting at a time where India is grieving and so is Nepal because among the 20 odd tourists who were killed, one of them was also.
Yes,
from Nepal.
yes.
So what are your sentiments? And what
Yeah,
do you
of
wish
course.
to
No,
convey to
no.
India, sir?
No, we unequally condemn this. This is a sheer terrorist attack, and one of the Nepali nationals also was killed. Not only because of that, or such terrorist activities are condemnable. I personally and on behalf of Nepalese people, we like to condemn it and express our solidarity with the government and people of India.
And last thing, what are some of the areas that you feel, when you mentioned about Egypt's Goli, which goes far back to more than 150 years now. I know someone who's actually writing a book on it that's going to press also. So we have issues going far back more than a century. But what are some of the areas which you feel where perhaps we have not touched upon, where they remain unexplored, untapped, and perhaps Nepal and Kathmandu and New Delhi both could do well to perhaps explore those areas to further boost the bilateral ties?
No, first, immediately what can be done is economic cooperation. Both India and Nepal have complementary economy, and especially on the power sector, hydropower, where potential of developing much energy, and India in North India needs it. So we could develop it collectively. We have started also, but we should expedite that, and we need investment from India. Nepal has different potential in the tourism sector and various other industrial sector also. If Indian industrialists go and invest there, that could benefit both the countries. And on other issues also, in different areas, in medical, education, health, those sectors also we can have cooperation. In the IT sector also we can have cooperation. So there are many things. But if we sit down and work out, both sides will benefit. The first thing we should do it, and about the remaining part of the historical problem, we should quietly sit down and resolve it, rather than raking up the rulers of both sides for their narrow interests, rake up the issues. We should rake up the issues. The old historically left behind issues should be resolved through dialogue. This is my humble suggestion.
Since during our conversation, we want to convey to our viewers, you mentioned in your talk that that Nepal will be on the path of democracy ahead. If you could just share with our viewers the statement that you made about the democracy and monarchy, that Nepal is not going back to.
No. Nobody can go back. In the 21st century, till the 18th, 19th century, most of the countries was monarchies. But now everybody has abolished monarchy and they have gone for a Republican democratic system. Why should Nepal be left behind? See, Nepal was late to abolish monarchy and embark on the path of democracy, so we are doing quite well. But there is no reason we should go back. The monarchy cannot come back, cannot be revived. Anything which has been dead cannot be resurrected. And in the case of Nepalese monarchy also, same rule applies.
suggested to have a presidential system along with a stabilizing and check and balance maintaining parliament. So is that
Yeah. Because of a mixed type of system we have adopted in Nepal, it has led to political instability. To do away with the instability and ensure stability, we should go for a directly elected president and fully proportional parliament. Combination of this proportionality and directly elected system should enhance democratic practice in Nepal, and that should be a good model for others also.
My last question about the cultural ties. Of course, they say it's roti beti ties, the term used in India and Nepal. The marriage relationship, the Mithila culture also, Sita, Janak, and all that historical ties is binds the two countries. So one aspect of it is during the 2015 Delhi earthquake, I was there to cover it. So then Archaeological Survey of India and other experts went to repair and restore some of the. Do you feel, sir, these archaeological buildings and monuments and sites also embolden the ties between the two countries?
No, definitely same culture, because these artifacts, art and artifacts and architecture, they are a part of a culture. So this needs to be preserved. Whenever the need arises, Nepal also has helped to restore some of the monuments in India, and Nepal has also done in Nepal. So this should continue, and this will further strengthen our
You
relations.
have all the UNESCO sites, like
Yeah.
Square, Patton Square, and like Pushpa.
And Lumbini, birthplace of Buddha, these are common place. Yeah.
Bonding ties.
Yes.
Thank you, Dr. Bhattacharya, for talking to VGI, and wish you all the best and for the remainder of the stay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I just need a picture.